Hello, I'm Sarah from Awakened Body, and this is day 29 of our spring seasonal cleanse. We are beginning the integration stage of the cleanse. And in a certain way, this is where all the good stuff is. This is where the payoffs happen. We've done hard work in our first 4 weeks of our 40-day journey. We've identified things in us that are addictions, habits in our lives that might not support our overall vitality, our sense of aliveness. And we've done the hard work of setting those things aside. We've shed bad habits in order to make space for the newness that is being born in us this spring. Now, with 11 days left to go, it is time to do the work of integration. I want to encourage you, this is a great time to reach out to schedule an additional one-on-one session so that we can help you to customize this stage of your spring cleanse. This is the time to take all of the good habits and practices that you have been building over the last 4 weeks and bring them into your life. If you've been doing the rigorous clean program, then you're done with your 3 weeks, and this is our integration week, which means it's time to start adding back ingredients one by one. Just like if you've ever been a parent to a newborn that is beginning to eat solid foods, and we add one ingredient to their diet at a time so that we have the space to watch the body, how it responds. Does it cause an upset stomach? Does it disrupt the digestive system? Do they break out in a rash? These basic tools that we use to take care of little children, we want to be using them for ourselves for our entire lives. And so we want to be adding back ingredients one at a time, beginning first with things that grow out of the earth or on trees. So you can begin to add back things like strawberries and oranges. You want to do nightshades on their own day, because you'll be really surprised to find that the body does indeed react to some of these things. Some foods that we tend to think of as totally benign, many of us actually have sensitivities and allergies, and we've just confused our allergic reaction with the basic sluggishness that is what it means to be alive in the 21st century. But there's no need for that. There's no need for that. By giving the body the space that it needs to share its wisdom with us, we can feel so much better. This process of integration, even if you haven't been doing clean, it applies to all of the healthy habits. So I hope that you have been starting every single day. The first thing you put in your body should be a nice, pure glass of water, which you charge up as a gift to yourself with whatever energetics you might need for today. And then you drink that water mindfully, so that all you're doing from the first sip to the last is just simply drinking. So now is the time in Integration Week. Try doing that with other people in the room. Try telling them what you're doing and telling them why. Challenge yourself to take your first bite of every meal mindfully, not just meals that you eat alone in solitude. And begin to notice the gifts of such practices, but more importantly, the challenges of such practices. If you, the next time you're out with a group of friends, I hope where you are, there are beginning to be cafes. Here where I am, cafes have reopened. When you find yourself at a meal with those who aren't committed as you are to these practices of mindful living, of deep body listening, of cultivating vitality in every moment, what you'll find is that the tidal wave away from awareness practices is really very, very strong. And so it's time in this integration week to bring our awareness to those resistances, to those external resistances that we meet, and we find that they dissolve with greater ease than our own bad habits or our own addictions, because they're foreign to us. Now we've spent this time, these first 4 weeks of our seasonal cleanse, building our container. We've cleared away the static so that hopefully we can just hear the still small voice of the body that whispers to us about why we are here and what is good for us, how we can cultivate our own vitality in each and every moment. Hopefully we've been getting to know those inner parts of ourselves, and that should bring tremendous joy, tremendous relief. So now it's time in this integration stage of the cleanse to become our own most loyal friend. We know now what's good for us. Commit to those habits. Commit to them, even in the face of resistance from family or friends or outside rhythms or from the basic pace of 21st century living. You know now what feels good for you. It's time to practice being committed to it. And knowing that as you stumble, which you will, just as we always do, this is what we're practicing in our daily meditation morning and evening. Even as we stumble or as the attention gets drawn away and we don't live up to this aspiration, even so, we meet that stumble with kindness and we try again with persistence, just again and again. That is the battle. That is the challenge of walking in the awakened body. That is the landscape that the body, that living in this splendid collection of vast sensory experience animated by soul. It means that sometimes we're more animal-like and less conscious, and sometimes we soar just like Source can soar, soaring at the speed of light. That's both part of who we are. Both are part of the experience of walking in the awakened body. So consider reaching out and scheduling a one-on-one coaching session as we transition into Integration Week. If you are watching this video and you don't know what I'm talking about, you can learn more at awakenbody.org/welcome. Our summer cleanse begins June 21st. Blessings on your way.